Live, Joe and Mike, Build Assets Online. We have a real emergency on our hands here, Mike. This Google Core update is hitting, and lots of people who own niche sites, own blogs, they're feeling the pain. That's for sure. I mean, if you go on Twitter, X right now, it's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. It's just absolutely crazy. But in today's live stream, obviously, we're going to be live taking questions, and we're going to show you how to recover for good. Now, when I say for good, this is not going to be some sort of theory SEO stream where I'm going to go over all the different things that could be affecting it. You know what that is? That's this. That's this kind of talk. You know what I'm saying? It's fake talk. It's fodder. I'm going to show you financially the strategies you need to take and the mindset you need to be in to recover from these roller coasters for good. And yeah, there's going to be SEO strategy tied in with that. But a lot of people need to understand what we're going to talk about today. So, if you're a niche site owner, a blog owner, make sure you watch this whole presentation. If you've been riding the roller coaster for years, seeing the spikes, putting in hard work, seeing the down, the ups, the downs, chasing the dragon, if you will, this is what you're going to want to watch. So, anything to say, Mike, or should we just get right into it?
No, I think that's really why we had to make this an emergency.
Your mic is really low. Something's wrong.
Sound better?
I don't think so. The chat is it just me or something in the chat?
Yeah. You know what it is?
That's better.
It's fixed now. What I was going to say was the reason this is an emergency is because people don't know what else to do. They're stuck doing this traditional SEO business model of making these blogs, and people put so much energy into this business, and I feel for them, honestly, because we've been there before too. Like, it takes a lot of work. SEO, the traditional SEO blogging method, probably takes more boots on the ground, hard work than any other business model, just to see delayed returns, and not only delayed returns that can be just squashed with an overnight update. So
yeah,
and let's jump right into it.
The funny thing is, though, is that's not how it's perceived. It's perceived as this is the passive way, the easy way. You see the traffic graph; it's just kind of going up. Like
that's what drew us into it in the beginning as well.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about how to recover for good from the March 2024 Google Core update, the BOW way, the Build Assets Online way. So what we're going to cover is, kind of what's going on. We'll quickly peruse the landscape. I'm sure if you're watching this, probably seen this kind of stuff before. We'll do a quick overview of what we're seeing on our sites, and we'll go to how to recover for good and stop chasing the dragon. Stop looking for that high when you see that traffic boner, the traffic hockey stick going up. Stop chasing that. And we're going to tell you, what we're going to tell you actually is how to get that without chasing it. That's the thing that you need to keep in mind, is that the harder and harder you chase it, the less likely you are to get it. All right. So let's just go through a couple posts on X. So like Niche Site Lady, she's a very popular lady on X, does pretty well with niche sites. I'm sure she's diversified from Google traffic now, but this is one of her sites. You can see just complete carnage. And I know she's from what I understand, she's pretty white hat as well. I don't think she's doing any sort of crazy black hat stuff. So
let me stop you also. You talk about diversified traffic sources. I saw after she posted this, she was like talking about how she was looking up how to get traffic from Facebook. People are now, instead of this, they want to gravitate towards using like Facebook groups or using like Pinterest and all these other organic traffic sources. And I could say we're not against these things, but I don't think it gets to the core of the issue. No. So we're going to get to the core of the issue.
It doesn't get to the core of the issue. And if you're a beginner and you're trying to chase purely organic traffic methods, what you kind of need to remember is that it's almost the opposite. Like, people say organic traffic and they think that's free traffic. That's traffic that I get for free. But to succeed on Google organically, to succeed on Facebook organically, to succeed on Pinterest, this is all more expensive than getting an ROI on paid ads. And we're going to get into that in a second. So, all right. So Gail says, I'm not against removing low quality sites from search, but I find it amusing that Google is giving 2 months to large publications to remove spam from their sites. For small businesses, they de-index overnight. If this isn't double standards, I don't know what is. So what this means is basically Parasite SEO, where large publications were like hosting people basically paying for blog posts on their site, like best diet pills, best weight loss drugs, or all sorts of crazy stuff. Big sites were allowing that for a fee, and they would rank, and the people who would post this would make a lot of money. It was called Parasite SEO. But Google is not punishing those big sites apparently, but giving them a window to remove some of that stuff. But if you were a small niche site, no matter how dedicated you were, the odds that you got hit, de-indexed, traffic crashed, pretty high. So a lot of people talking about this hypocrisy here. And this lady, Lily Ray, she cracks me up. She's one of these people that's always talking with like the Google team. She's kind of like, I don't even know like the word for it. Like she's always like tagging like the search. Like so you have this is like the dynamic that you have. You have like the good guys and the bad guys. You got like the bad guys, Charles Float, Jackie Chow, whatever. Then you got her, and she's like, it's like the good angel, bad angel. Look, she's monitoring all these sites to see, what's going on, and she's like looking at all the different stuff on the site. She works for like a some sort of agency, and she's like the SEO research person or whatever. But this exercise that she's doing is so pointless. If you're paying attention to this stuff and you don't have financial freedom and you don't have a way to generate money online, you're looking at these kind of case studies of which sites are going up, which sites are going down. Like you're just wasting your time, man. You're just absolutely wasting your time. Like this is just.
So she's basically making a list here. It's hard for me to understand this post. She has a bunch of sites. She's seeing the traffic trends within all the sites to try and identify like what is it about the site that was making you get de-indexed or lose traffic like that.
Exactly.
And I can't believe how much these bloggers, these SEO people.
Well, she's not a blogger. She's not a blogger.
I get that she's like works for an agency, but this is basically like LinkedIn, like a LinkedIn post essentially.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, people absorb this content, people take this stuff to heart, and I can't believe how many times people will go through having their sites crushed and just still want to play the same game. Maybe it's because they don't know that there's better options out there.
There's different games you could play. This is Mike Fuchsia, Google helpful content update in a nutshell, and he's showing that the first number one for Cancun food and drink prices is a 19-year-old post from TripAdvisor. So if you're trying to make sense of this, you're not making sense of it. Sorry. There's too many variables. You can look for trends, you can look for patterns, but you're never going to understand it and make sense of it 100%. And that's what I'm trying to get at with this, is how much time wasting and effort goes into this on X.
Right. And again, this is meant to be a free passive traffic source. And what winds up happening is the opposite. It takes up a bunch of your time, and you have to invest money in making content and in keeping up with trends and tools and all these things. So continue.
And you don't even know if you're keeping up with the right thing. So we'll probably get into this a little later, but the people that are very, very, I would say, underground successful with this sort of thing, the truth is they have a lot of SEO resources at their disposal. And these, a lot of times they're black hat. They could be black hat resources or white hat resources. They have access to a lot of maybe links that other people can't get. They have access, whether they're black hat links or like large publications. There's some sort of connections here that the big people that are having lots of success with organic traffic, either they're doing black hat or white hat, none of it's free. That's the whole thing, is you need resources to really, really succeed at this game. So this is just, I don't know, just a random comment I found there The traffic is tanking. And this was Tony Hill. This is the last one I have. I kind of cut this thread off, or this tweet off, but I think it's very impactful. Is that Google is on a mission to wipe out small publishers and niche sites from the face of the internet. The following is from my newsletter that I sent this morning. She says the writing is on the wall. Google really hates niche sites, or what they call sites made to rank on Google. What I'm seeing is Google de-indexing sites like I've never seen in my 19 years of doing SEO. Based on what others and I have seen, some deserved it, some definitely did not. What Google fails to remember is that its search engine was built on the backs of sites made to rank in Google. Even if they do remember, they don't care. They've got big pockets and bigger problems to deal with. So basically what this goes into is that long tail traffic, which, I've been a big proponent for, honestly, is that when you're going after like best blender for banana ice cream, or like, best juicer for celery, something like this, or even, info traffic, like how to, trim a certain type of tree. These are posts that are made specific to rank in Google, and basically people have abused this, gone after it with AI, and Google and even before AI, people have kind of just made these sites to answer the questions people ask on Google. Google has decided that they don't like this. That's what this post gets into, and that's kind of honestly what I'm seeing is I'm actually seeing less and less long tail stuff rank for long tail keywords. Like I was searching for like I was searching for one of those blender ones this morning, like best blender for banana ice cream or something. And it's just like Reddit, New York Times. That like, it's just, a lot of this.
You know what I think this is? Now that I just came to me, could you think that this is the SEO version of the tech layoffs? Because now Google knows they have an AI system that can answer all these long tail keywords. So, whereas at one point they maybe needed these people to fill these knowledge gaps between what people were searching on Google, and someone needs to give the answer. Now the AI can just give them the answer. They don't want to direct their Google traffic to these bloggers. They want to give these long tail search terms to the AI and have the AI be the use for that.
That honestly, that could be a part of it. But if I don't know, like I'm not that impressed with Google's AI. Like, because I was playing with it inside of I did a video, I think it was last week, where I was showing everyone how to use Google AI to make text ads. And right inside the text ad platform, Google has its own little AI text ad generator, but it's honestly really bad. Like I have to use ChatGPT to make the text ads. I can't use Google's. Like it doesn't even make sense.
Regardless of whether it's good or bad, that just came to me as what could be the reasoning for this.
I think it's a multitude of things. Honestly, I mean, I think Google realizes that it's just like they have these crawlers, they have these budgets. People have made, I don't want to say the word abused, but you have 50 pages, maybe thousands of pages on the internet on like how to trim a golden doodle, and they're crawling all these pages. They're trying to assess what's good or bad. And they probably just said like, it's not worth our time and money to do this anymore. So it's probably a combination of all those things. So what is the takeaway from this is you cannot control what Google does to your site. Look what Tony said here. Some deserved it. Some definitely did not. Okay. It's no longer viable to put mass amounts of effort into SEO and expect consistent high yielding results for the average blog and niche site owner. You should not be doing this anymore. SEO should be a second tier strategy for any business, or a throwaway strategy. Throwaway strategy meaning that you're going to do something, you're not going to put that much time, effort, and attention into it, or you're going to throw money at it and just realize like, hey, this money is either gone or it's going to get a good return. You know what I'm saying?
Be comfortable losing it.
Be comfortable losing it is the second one. I'm not saying you shouldn't put a lot of effort into it, make the content good, but be comfortable losing the time and money that you're going to be putting in. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Now, we made this pyramid. I've modified it a little bit for this presentation, but we made a pyramid like this way when we started Build Assets Online. So this is like 5-6 years ago at this point. And I want to explain how this pyramid works and why high ticket dropshipping is really the core of when you're getting started, making money online, building an online business portfolio, high ticket dropshipping is the easiest way to get consistent ROI with paid ads, paid search ads. So imagine it's like, you know, your people are typing in best blender for banana ice cream on Google. You're selling a blender, you're coming right up into Google Shopping or in the text ad. And you think you think Google is going to wipe out the long tail text ads? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's how they make their money. So what you want to do is use high ticket dropshipping, which leverages the power of search traffic because you have these high intent buyer terms. Google has all these things, Google traffic, text ads that they want you spending money on. So, if you can get a positive ROI, not fighting the system, working with the system, then that is the much better strategy. And then you can supplement your paid ads with low cost SEO. I'm not saying, it doesn't even like when I say low cost, I don't mean like bad content or anything. I'm just saying that it's not your main strategy. You don't have to spend all this time on Twitter and all this money doing these things. You're already an authority with Google when you're buying traffic with them. They see you're a real business. They see you're spending money. And if you do things the way we teach, you see that people are searching your domain name in Google. So now you have branded search. Now you're like the New York Times. Now you're like whatever. All these sites that people now you're like people type in Forbes to Google. Like now you're playing with these guys. Because people are going to your store, they're looking at your products, they're like, oh, I want to go back to that store. And if you do things the way we teach, the SEO is just going to come naturally because of this. You don't have to worry about links. You don't have to, I mean, you could get links, you could do all the stuff, but it's just going to be so much more amplified by having the real business be the core of what you're doing. And then you don't even have to do the SEO part. Like it's only like a little bit of, icing on the cake. And then, but anyway, once you have this income, once you can get a positive ROI on paid ads, that's when you can get into the high risk, high reward plays. So if you want to do a high risk, high reward SEO play, you want to, I don't know, invest in crypto with a small percentage of what you're making, you could do that. But you cannot have this volatile business model at the core of what you're doing without the resources to back it up. I see all these threads on X where people are relying for this on their main source of income, and they're talking about like, oh, what are they going to do for their mortgage now? Because, they got burned by Google. And, I kind of feel bad, honestly, but you got to think about this in the right way. You got to think about building the core of your income online with things that are sustainable. So,
Yeah, I mean, that was the core of Build Assets Online, right? We were doing Kindle, and Kindle was based off of free Amazon traffic. It's just like, no matter who it is, you can't rely on these companies and have that be the one hill you're going to die on.
And I will say this, Mike, I feel like we've been at this a while, and I feel that perhaps we don't take as many risks as others do. We've seen some people get like I'm talking about people get like really high ROI with really big risks. We don't really do that because I think when we started this game, we were doing Amazon Kindle and we saw what could happen to your income overnight. And this was in like 2016. We were just getting started with this stuff, just 8K a month printing money like it's almost nothing. And you're on top, and then Amazon makes a change and you're on the bottom. You think you're getting paid? You're not getting paid.
I think that is just the nature of a high ROI business, a high risk, like you can't have both. You can't have the stability and the consistency and have just money printing.
Yeah, money printing meaning there was nothing else to do for these business for this besides refresh the screen. We were publishing like a book a month or a book a week or whatever. Maybe even more than that. I think we were publishing like 10 books a month. I don't really remember, but
the point is just like a super easy in, and then the output is just like seeing money in your bank account.
Yeah.
Kind of like with blogging, the ideal is, you publish a blog, the traffic comes in, you're not doing anything, and then they're clicking the affiliate links, the display ads, whatever, and the money just gets printed right into your account. And yes, this happens all the time. There's people that do this, but the reality is you are much more susceptible to having it taken away, not having it work, something going wrong. So like with us, I mean, we know people that have gone on to sell $1 million Kindle businesses. And like, I mean, we've had a good exit on Kindle ourselves, but I also know people that have gotten banned off Kindle with the multi-million-dollar business taken away overnight.
Exactly.
Or even crypto, right? Like you can put a bunch of money into some shitcoin, you print money overnight in the same breath, you can have a bunch of money in something, it goes away overnight. So, we kind of take the Warren Buffett approach of just minimizing risk and getting those consistent returns and just doing that over and over and over again.
Exactly. So let's go right into why getting an ROI on paid traffic is really what you need to be doing. So once you know you can get an ROI on paid traffic, it's like a faucet that you can turn on and off, and it's repeatable. And like I said before, if you're selling products, advertising on Google, now you're working with Google. You're not trying to do stuff that they don't want. And I'm not necessarily trying to be like a Google like fanboy, if you will. I'm just saying, like, this is the world we're living in. Google makes its money from people buying ads on it. The search engine results aren't fair. Good and bad get hit. So, just pay for the traffic, get a good ROI, and you can take it easy. And so the odds of complete obliteration are extremely low compared to pure SEO. Now, we have seen some students, I would say probably less than 3, maybe 4, have some issues with Google Ads and Google Merchant Center. But those have gotten resolved, I would say, in the longest time frame we've seen, maybe 3 months. I'm not sure, but it's nothing. Resolving an issue with Google Merchant Center is absolutely nothing compared to trying to recover a site hit by a Google algorithm. It's apples and oranges and way less likely to begin with.
Right. And this is just 3 or 4 people out of working with hundreds and hundreds of students. But Joe, I even think they're all recovered, maybe minus one person.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting to, is that they're all kind of, resolved at this point. And now,
and even that one person is actually doing really well now with just like Bing and other stuff. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Now, so I want to go over quickly our HCU results. We have one niche site that's spiking in growth for really no reason. I don't think it's any better or worse than our other sites. A few niche sites have tanked. Dropshipping store hasn't changed. So let's get to the screenshots here. This site on the left has a lot of users. This one uses a combination of social traffic, organic traffic. I'm not going to get too much into this one. But yeah, again, we're diversified on this site. This middle one is our dropshipping store. Again, I would say most of this is probably a 75 to 30% split between organic and paid in terms of like the total traffic, but has not really been changed on the Google update. This one,
the middle one isn't that bad. I thought we took more of a hit, 13%
on the dropshipping store.
The one in the middle, whatever this one is.
That's the dropshipping store in the middle.
So it did take a hit.
I wouldn't say that it's a hit, because we're comparing it against, I think this is just a natural fluctuation, and paid traffic is built into there as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the current period.
So this is what the hit looks like. If you look on the right, this is what the hit looks like. This was a niche site that you could see around the update time. It was just a sharp
Oh, I'm
sharp
getting caught up in
decline.
these trends, these trend percentages, which is not relevant here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should just be looking at the graph, the
Yeah, you could just
solid
look at the
line.
solid blue line. You can see on the right, there's just a sharp, sharp decline um,
Okay.
there. And this is what the hit looks like. So we had 3 niche sites that got hit pretty hard.
Damn.
Straight decline, middle straight decline, and then on the right here, this is just a site that's just um, I don't know. I don't know why, but it kind of got a sharp increase for some reason. And like I said, it's not any better or worse than any of the other sites that we have. So, again, I'm not spending too much time trying to analyze it.
That's the position you want to be in, because we made videos on these topics before. We've gone through this so many times, and every time it's just like, cool.
Yeah. So why are we unimpacted by these updates? It's because we've designed our online business portfolio in a way that prioritizes positive ROI cash flow over search engine rankings. This is something that's extremely, extremely important to remember. If you're looking at all the money you're spending every month and you're not getting a positive ROI on it in that same month, then you're going to get in trouble. That's what it comes down to. And I feel like since we've started any sort of online business, I don't know if we've never had a year where we haven't been profitable. And it seems like we do become more and more profitable every year. Like if you just look at like our tax returns or whatever. And that's because we're building stuff, we're selling it, but it's all based around the fact that we can get positive ROI on ad spend. And say that's kind of where your head needs to be at, because if we had nothing tomorrow, we could just go say, okay, I'm going to go start some Google ads, going to get some products to sell, and we're going to be profitable. Might not be the next day, but the next month, most likely. So, and compare that to, okay, I'm going to write 100 articles, or I'm going to spend money on AI credits to write 1,000 articles, and it's going to crash by the time I get my ROI.
Yeah.
You just want to spend money one side, get money out the other end. That's what you want to do. And if you're not doing that, you're not leveraging the internet the way it's supposed to be leveraged. And I'm not saying there's no barrier to entry to this. That's not what I'm saying. So you need to get in with suppliers. You need to make a website the right way. You need to set things up correctly. But once the systems are in place, they're in place. And I'm not saying you're going to print $1 million in profit overnight. I'm just saying that you will be able to set something up that's much more consistent for years to come.
Well, the barrier to entry is just being able to deal with people. I think that, again, the appeal of the blog is like, you don't have to talk to anybody. You don't got to, do anything. It's just, you just, have the traffic come in, and then you make money from that traffic. Versus if you want to sell a product that's going to make you thousands of dollars in margin, yeah, you might have to talk to some customers, but whatever. But that lends itself to you actually being looked at by Google as a real business, and you will be able to have less impact on your sites when these things happen.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, having the positive ROI allows the financial freedom and flexibility to test new things and not be bothered if they work or not. So I'm doing a Pinterest thing right now. It costs money. Like I got to pay the VA. I got to pay, there's expenses with it. But, I'm willing to risk that money because we've been getting positive ROI for the past few years. So if we reinvest a small percentage of it into a project that may or may not work out, if it works out, great. If not, then whatever.
And it sounds like that we were totally against blogging and like all, stuff like that. We make money from blogging. We probably make more money blogging than the majority of people tweeting about it on X. But it's just not something that, like, it's not something that is good to promote, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, even after the update, I would say where we're at monthly now, just with the current running numbers with blogging, is we're looking at uh probably 30 to 35K a month in profit. Just with where we're at right now. But this is with a variety of strategies that we don't really share. We're kind of just whatever, throwing things at the wall, seeing if it works. And to be honest, really no black hat type stuff, because I don't have not that I'm against it, but I don't have the resources for it. Not that it, when I say resources, like people have networks of PBNs and like different things. Like I don't have any of that. So
you want to get to some questions here?
yeah, I was hoping we were gonna bring in a lot of new folks to the stream.
Well, Joe, you forgot to even put the stream on Twitter. Not that matters. But the one time, it would probably get some views.
I forgot about that.
Screwing up.
Anyway, let's get to the questions.
Well, we got Haitian Buffet again. He's doing it right here. High ticket picking up for my store niche. Someone just bought 2 of the same items for 1,000K profit a few days ago. High ticket is king. I'm assuming you mean 1,000 profit, not 1,000K. But is this person in our course? Do we know who this is?
I don't know. I think he's from Haiti. Maybe not. I don't know.
Haitian Buffet, if you're in our course, let us know, because everybody always has some stupid alias. And this is the thing, like, you can be the introvert in your mom's basement doing the high ticket dropshipping. It's really not a big deal. You don't have to talk to customers at the end of the day. Like, you should talk to customers, you should talk to suppliers, because it's a fantastic skill to have. But at the end of the day, these people you talk to, they don't know who you are. Like, they don't give a shit. You can act like whoever you want to be. And I don't know. There's nothing to be nervous about with that type of thing. But then you can outsource it. We got our boy Levi.
Haitian food looks interesting. Is it like a combination of like Caribbean and French or something?
Well, right now it's humans. You see what's going on in Haiti right now?
No.
They're being taken over by like some cannibal gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The president like fled the country and stuff.
I had no idea about that.
CJ, you're not on X like that.
I am on X.
The gang leader's name is Barbecue.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So Levi asked, so the SEO lessons from the SEO module still viable? Question mark. Yeah, because the point is, when you're creating a real business, and Levi, you do have a real business, especially you, it makes it more viable because Google knows that, hey, this is a real business serving up a real product. It's not somebody specifically gaming Google for the sake of gaming Google. You have something you're actually trying to sell these people, and you have an address, you have all these things. So yeah, I mean, like Joe showed, our stores are unaffected by this.
Yeah, I was looking at some student stores as well. One of our other students who went really big into SEO. I'll actually see if I could do a screenshot here. Let me see.
Well, I know Levi was doing some SEO stuff as well. I don't know.
We were just kind of setting up the foundations of his site. This is one of I'll just share a screenshot real quick. Share screen, Chrome tab. Okay, yeah, this is just this is one of our students.
Okay.
So listen, he's not doing anything better or worse than what people are doing now. Let's just say that. All these niche site owners on Google, he's not putting tons and tons of effort into his content, trying to create the best stuff out there. But he's just doing decent job with AI. That's what it comes down to. That's his graph right now. So, and why? Because he's got branded search. He's spending money with Google. He's a real business. And let me just get into a little bit of incentives here, because incentives are actually like legitimately important. There are a couple different incentives going on. You have Google rewarding the big publishers. So what's their incentive there? I'm not totally sure. I saw a few people on X talking about how they don't want these publishers to cover them negatively in terms of like antitrust and things like that. So they want to stay in good favor with the big publishers like New York Times and whatever. I'm not sure if that's true. I heard people talking about that. But let's talk about their other incentive, which I firmly believe, if you're spending money on Google, why would they de-index your site? They want you to make more money so that you could spend more money on Google. If you're a random blog and you're not spending any money on Google, why would they keep your site? What's their incentive?
Exactly. Especially now that you can answer those long tail questions with Gemini, although it may not be very historically accurate, but nonetheless. Toddy asks, are you guys still currently focusing on a store, or are you venturing into other things? I know, Joe, you mentioned that it's more of a foundation to base your businesses to build other skills. Well, yeah, I mean, if you go back to this graph, he's not just saying that it's he's not saying that it's like just the skills that are the foundation. Like, it's the actual making money from the business that's the foundation. And it also happens to build these skills that create other opportunities. So yeah, I mean, we still are focusing on a store. I mean, we have been focusing on blog sites. We've been focusing on land. We focus on a lot of things. Too many things have our focus, to be honest. But yeah, we do make sure that everything we do has a paid traffic component at this point.
Or most of the things. We know if we're doing something without paid traffic that, it's high risk, high reward. And it's actually, so actually, I just discovered something interesting that we have, like we mentioned on one of the other streams, we have been doing like local SEO, rank and rent type stuff. Seems like we're getting some major boosts in this update in that. You said before we got on this call, you said like that your phone was ringing off the hook because I forwarded all the calls to you, and I was just looking at it. I could see why, actually.
Yeah. Well, again, you're building a real business. Like, it's not just, or at least a perceived real business.
It is a real business.
It is.
It is real business. You're working with a business owner. They're fulfilling the service. How more real do you want?
That's the thing, is that people, I guess, perceive what we do as like not real, but it's such a valuable thing. It's like where there's so many real businesses that literally love what we do and consider them, they consider us like an important extension of their business. Like, our drop shipping suppliers, it's like we're the top selling company for some good brands that are certainly legitimate. I mean, like, again, they have name recognition even to a degree. So they're real. They're bringing in products, whatever. So I don't know. Haitian Buffet said, nah, bro, I'm too poor for your course. LMAO, I'm in Haiti soaking all that free YouTube content and taking notes. Are you really in Haiti?
Listen, I don't want to set a precedent right now, I don't want to set a precedent, but I feel like let's let him in. Let's let him in. He's been a super fan for a while. I like his name.
Yeah, Joe, you're setting a groupie precedent.
I don't want to. I'm not setting a precedent. This is the only time we're doing this. But I mean, I just looked at those headlines in Haiti. Let's let him in.
If he's really in Haiti, I'll let him in 100%.
Okay, yeah. Send us an email, prove that you're in Haiti, and you're in for free.
No. It changes demeanor quick.
Damn it. And he has money. All right, so you're paying then. You got to pay.
Yeah, you made 100K, 1,000K.
Look, all right, listen. Let me tell you this. The last time we had someone similar to you on the stream, he was like kind of talking like you're talking, and I basically convinced him on the stream, like, look, just join the thing. Like, you're gonna get away. If you've gotten this far, you're gonna get way farther if you're in the program. So just join the darn program. And he's been one of our most successful students the last time this happened. I think he's coming back on the show soon. He's been on the show once.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's Matt. I basically convinced him live to join the program because he would come on every week and just ask questions. And I was like, look, man, you're gonna get he's gotten returns out the other end.
Yeah. I mean, the idea of making money from free content, like it's fine. I personally I literally just ignore free content. Like, I don't want to just go right to the thing. I want to see what, the best stuff.
Well, what I will say is it's good. Free content is good to learn about the actual business model that they're talking about.
Yes, of course.
So if someone's talking about, so like when we got into land, we obviously started learning a little bit about free content of it. You don't know the full reality of it until you do it yourself. But like, I feel like we were able to say, like, okay, the business model of this seems reasonable. It seems like it fits with our capital right now. Like, it fits with everything. So let's do this.
Right. I do it to like purely immerse myself in that business, in that world. And I do it to learn, of course. But like, if I'm going to actually execute on something, I want to be executing on the highest level knowledge that person can offer. Otherwise, you're always going to feel like something is missing. And I think just even that component of it creates this like gap in your mind where you're less sure about it because you don't know if you're doing it right, if you're doing it to the prescribed method. So that's my take on it. I would just rather go straight to the course. And I'm not just saying that because we sell a course, like we literally do that. MDK. If Uber suggests shows a certain product type has high CPC around $8, I suppose this is for search ads. Does it impact Google Shopping ads competition?
Well, no, but I don't trust these numbers at all that are put out by these tools obviously get the information from Google, but I don't trust the CPC numbers that are put out from Google. I'm not saying that Google is lying about it. I'm just saying, like, it's in flux, it's not 100% accurate.
And this is even worse when we're talking about like a dropshipping product. Because what's the search term?
Yeah.
You can't just look at one search term for like the main type of product and be like, oh, this is the CPC, it's competitive. That's just one search for a product that has branded search. They have product type search. There's long tail stuff. There's all the different ways to search for that product generically. And we've talked about this over and over. We were selling standing conference tables. You look up the CPC for standing conference table. Look up the CPC for conference table. These are things that are truly $8 a click, $12 a click when it comes to running text ads. On shopping, again, you don't know what the cost is on focal upright standing or focal upright confluence table, like the name of the product. You don't know what someone is searching for that is actually looking for that product. So we got a 1 cent click for this product. They searched like standing scrum table or something like that. 1 cent. They bought 2 items. It was like 7,000 something bucks, 55% margin. So don't even look at this stuff. It does not matter. You can look at the competition and say, oh, there's a lot of people selling this, but like, just get in with a supplier, see what the margins are, see what's really going on with it, because that's you just truly have no idea what's going on from looking at these metrics. And we've made so many videos on this. I don't know how to hammer it home anymore. So I say we call it here, Joe. It doesn't have to be a
no, we don't have to keep going. We can call it here.
1 hour session. Pretty close. But
man, I can't believe Haitian Buffet threw me off there. He's about to exploit my charitable nature, but then he came clean.
Yeah, good for him. He could have exploited you. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining in. Hopefully you learned something. If you have a blog site and this is your first time seeing our content, truly there is a better way. And this better way, you can even take the blog site you have and maybe repurpose it. But no matter what, just go to buildassetsonline.com. You could schedule a call with us, free call. We'll look at your site. We'll look at what you got going on. We'll see if we can help you out, help you make some good money like we help many other people. And, that's it. So,
yep.
Take it or leave it. But as always, take it easy.